Hi everyone, my name is Cynthia. Let's talk books, and this is just a quick intro for my vlog so I can tell you a little bit about the two readathons that I'm taking part in. So I am, as I'm filming this, I'm in the middle, towards the end of both Queer Lit Readathon and Smutathon. So I do have TBRs for both of those, so I'll link them down below if you're interested, and those videos have links to like the host and a little bit more information on those. But I was very crazy and decided to do like every readathon available in June. But yeah, so the way I thought I would share some of those, some of that reading experience is via vlog. So I will cut to that and let you see what my thoughts were on some of these first reads in Queer Lit and Hi guys, so today is day one of Queer Lit Readathon, and I started with the ebook of We Set the Dark on Fire because it's on loan from the library, and so I like to get it back and give someone else a chance to read it this month. But man, this book is emotional. It's got me all teary-eyed and emotional already. So for those who don't know, I will share a little bit of the premise of what I know so far. I didn't look up too much about this book before I started reading it, but it starts off with the story of gods, and basically as an explanation for why the world we're in is works the way it does. There was this huge fight between two god brothers, the god of sun, the sun god, and the salt god. And as a result of all that godly kerfuffle, the elite women, not always elite women, but the wives of elite men are trained at schools where they're either going to be a primera or a segunda, like first or second wife, essentially. The first wife seems to be like the logical, straightforward kind of partner, whereas the second wife is like the emotional one, the one who bears the children, etc. And so we're following Danny, who is technically not supposed to be trained to be the wife of an elite man. She comes from the people they live in this island down below, at the lowest ranks, the people cursed by the salt god. And she is the least at this elite school because her parents got her forged papers. But by doing this, she's going to help her whole family, because they're going to get money out of the marriage, and she will be safe. She's not going to be persecuted because she's going to be in one of the most powerful homes in this world. And it made me really emotional. Obviously the themes of like immigration are very present. The roles of like La Primera, for me, are very reminiscent of what the eldest children in immigrant families go through, like the responsibility we feel towards our families. Like a lot of the feelings that Danny's expressing, I feel like are the same things I have felt, you know, that my parents sacrificed a lot to come to this country, to help me pay for college, to get me an education, and that one of the things that drives me, that has driven me in my life, has been making them proud and helping them. And I know that they are proud, but it brings back all those feelings as I'm reading We Set the Dark on Fire. So far so good. I'm around chapter 3, I think. So I'll keep reading and I will give you an update soon. Hi guys, so bit of a reading update. I finished We Set the Dark on Fire last night, technically this morning because it's like 1:30. It's such a good book. I really loved it. There is some romance in here, but it's a slow burn romance that is not fully fulfilled in this book. Like it reads, it ends like it's the first in a series, which I'm really glad. I hope that the author is writing more, and I'm going to go look up and see if they are. But really loved it. The premise is like the promise of the premise is fulfilled in the story. It's really interesting. There's a lot of layers to peel in this story. And I think I'll be talking about it more in my wrap up, but I really love this story. I love all the different aspects of it. There's one thing that I'm hoping to talk about with other people who have read it, like at the very end. There's one thing that bothered me a little bit at the end, but I think I just need to talk it out with somebody who's read the book. So if you've read the book, let me know. Yeah, so far so good. So day one of Queer Lit Readathon, I started and finished one book, and now I am moving on to a book that counts for both the Queer Lit Readathon and for Smutathon, and that is American Dreamer by Adriana Herrera. And already started this book. It's really stinking cute. The beginning is really cute. So it's a male-male romance, and it follows two main characters, one who owns a food truck and the other who works at a library, and they have a super cute little meet cute, and I'm really looking forward to continuing it. It also has rep for Afro-Caribbean. So yeah, I'm gonna keep reading and I'll update you soon. So here's the making tostadas today. So here's the cutting up. I just cut up some lettuce, tomato, and then the most important thing is the queso ranchero. I'm gonna bring out some sour cream, and then the tostadas. Let me bring you over here for those. Are over here. And other than this, what we need is the refried beans. So gonna prep those in a finished product. It's gonna be yummy. Hi guys, update. I've been shuffling things around my house, mainly in that corner, because I got 2 new shelves downstairs, and as a result I can alleviate some of the pressure to my shelves up here, and it requiring rearrangement, which included like throwing out some empty shoe boxes I've been holding on to. I don't know why. But I did finish American Dreamer, which I'm giving 4 out of 5 stars. It is such a stinking cute story. I loved the 2 main characters. I love that their problems weren't contrived. Like both characters have like issues. One is a workaholic. The other one is kind of, there's trauma in his past that kind of, especially with his family, that makes it hard for him to trust and connect to a love interest. And all of that is dealt with maturely, like adults. Like it's interfering in the relationship, but it doesn't like cause unnecessary, like it's all justified issues, and it's stuff that they can work through like adults. And I think it made me really happy. The food descriptions make me really hungry. I need to go get some plantains, which in this town, I don't know where I would get them. But anyways, really happy. So I went ahead and started the ebook of the Sublime and Spirited Voyage of Original Sin by Colette Moody, which is a female-female romance. And pirates, there's pirates. Right off the bat, we're on a ship pirating. So I've only read a few pages, so far so good. So I'll give you an update later on. Hello guys. What is this? It's Thursday. It's the end of the night on Thursday, and I've been fighting a headache all day. But even with that, I did manage to finish the Sublime and Spirited Voyage of Original Sin, which is a very, very solid book. Like it's a 3.5 star book read for me. It is very historically accurate, which I did not expect, but it is. If you are at all interested in the history of piracy, it was quite, like when we talk about racism and sexism in history, we often forget that not every aspect was that way. And pirating was one of those places in which there was less racism and sexism, but not so much sexism, since women were seen as bad luck, but sometimes liberated slaves could find a life in piracy on ships, and there's a little bit of that in this book. So I really liked how historically accurate it was. And in terms of the story, I liked our 2 main characters. I wish there had been a little bit more character development in them, but the love story was super cute, and there was enough piracy that anybody who's interested in books about pirates, I think, would be very interested in this book. So yeah, The Sublime Inspirited Voyage of Original Sin. Okay, we're back. So a little bit of a conclusion here. I am really enjoying all of the books that I've been reading for both Queer Lit Readathon and Smutathon, and as you've been able to see, a couple of those have overlapped for both readathons, so that is ideal when that can happen. But I think I have run out of the books that I had planned to read that count for both, so now I'm going to have to really buckle down and get as much reading as I can in, which we'll see going into the weekend. But I've really been enjoying. I think my favorite so far has been We Set the Dark on Fire, which was the book read for Queer Lit Readathon. That one didn't count for Smutathon, but it is the book choice for June for the Latinx book club. So yay, so far so good. I will do a second part for both readathons, so if you're interested, watch out for another vlog coming up on those.